Happy Monday, everyone. So I'm feeling really good today. I'm feeling energetic, positive, creative, I'm feeling good. So there's one thing though that I noticed that I wanted to share with you guys. Earlier, I was feeding my daughter her breakfast and I was so I had so many ideas of healthy foods to feed her, fruits and vegetables and all these mixes and all these things. And my head was just like pouring with ideas. And then something inside me was like, okay, so she's eating this. What am I going to be eating with her? And then I came up blank. And I find it really interesting that when it comes to myself, I don't eat healthy. I don't take care of myself. But yet, I take care of my daughter and feed her really yummy, healthy food. My husband, even when I make him food sometimes or for work, I I get so excited to make him something healthy and yummy. And then when it comes to me, if I even eat, because sometimes I won't even eat, I do not eat healthy. I do not eat clean or healthy. I eat crap. I eat fried foods, out to eat, pizza all the time, soda, cookies, chips. Like I don't eat healthy, and I don't know why I don't love myself enough like I do my husband and daughter to feed myself healthy, take care of myself, give my body, the nutrition and healthiness that it deserves. Like, I make healthy, yummy foods for my husband and daughter because I love them and I want them to be healthy and I want them to feel good and I want them to have thriving, bodies and minds. And then when it comes to myself, I fall super short and I don't know why I do that. And it's like I know that I'm doing it, but yet I do it anyways. It almost feels like there's a part of me that's like in the driver's seat and it's not me. Like there's like a part of me that is like stay unhealthy, don't get better. And I don't know what that's about. And I know I'm not alone. I know that there's other people who will take care of everyone around them and bend over backwards to take care of everyone around them, but then won't take care of themselves. And I do that a lot. And I'm actually really happy that I have a therapy appointment on Thursday because I'm hoping that we can kind of dive into this and kind of see what's going on. And because growing up, I had a very chaotic childhood, lots of traumas, and one of my bigger traumas was my stepmom emotionally abused me my whole childhood. I got away from her when I was about 17 and a half, and in therapy, I've been off and on in therapy for years. One of my therapists told me that I was seeing at the time that a lot of people get away from their abusers, but then they kind of take on the role of abusing themselves. And I find that sometimes I talk to myself and treat myself the way that she treated me. And guys, it's a hard thing to break. It's hard, in my prime years from when I was 5 years old till I was 17 and a half, I was exposed to my stepmom. So those are like my prime time years growing into myself. So it's hard. It's really hard to break that habit of treating myself a certain way. But you know what? Like I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. And I'm hoping maybe at therapy on Thursday, my therapist can help me kind of explore this a little more and see if what we can do to help me kind of break through that a little bit more. But in the meantime, as I'm making my meal plan for the week along with my daughter, I'm going to try to throw in some healthy options. So I'm not going to like overhaul my whole diet because that never works, at least for me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick to my normal foods that I eat that I'm comfortable with, but then throw in a vegetable here and there, throw in a fruit here and there. Try to keep my soda daily kind of to a minimum, and drink more water. So I'm just going to try to make smaller changes and just, keep making smaller changes till I can be more consistent, and then make more changes, because I feel like I'll set myself up for a longer um, long-term success if I make smaller changes over time than trying to overhaul my diet into a completely different one that I'm used to overnight. I feel like I've tried that before and it never works for me. So that's what I'm gonna try. So today my goal is to have an apple and drink more water and only have one soda today. So wish me luck, guys. Guys, I just went to the grocery store by myself. So excited. I have a problem with going to the grocery store by myself. I get a lot of anxiety, and usually I have to have someone go with me, like my mom or my husband. And I just went by myself and I just had to share because I'm so excited. And I know earlier I said I was gonna have an apple, and I had 2 slices, and I know what you're thinking. That's not a lot, but that's 2 more than I had yesterday. I had no fruit yesterday, or the day before, or the day before that. So I'm gonna take the win and I'm gonna run with it. So good night, guys. Hey guys, so I was triggered stupid hard this morning. Um, so I'm gonna share as clear and quickly as I can. Um, so my husband came home, told me about something that he wants to do, and which will mean we have to live here at my in-laws for another few years. And if you don't know, I'm having a really hard time in my living situation right now. I'm being triggered left and right, and I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why I'm having such a strong reaction. I'm spiraling off and on. I'm not doing well. It's progressively getting worse. We've already been here 8 months, which is 6 more months than we were going to be here. And then it just keeps getting longer and longer and longer that we're going to be here. So this morning, as he's talking to me, I can feel myself slowly shutting down. Just completely shutting down. Like he's talking, and it's like I can't even take any more information in. It's like I shut down. So then he kind of saw that. He left the room. My daughter fell back asleep, so I put her in her crib. And then I laid down. It took me a couple minutes, and then I lost it. I started crying like crazy. I did this for probably a good half hour, and then I was like, I need to get up and I need to get ready for the day. So I peeled myself out of bed, and as I'm walking to the bathroom, I start to lose it again. So now I'm in the bathroom. Now I'm on the floor, on the rug in the bathroom, sitting there, crying. I was there for probably a good 20 to 30 minutes. And as this 20-30 minutes in the bathroom is going on, I'm starting to get into a daze, like a hypnotic, like daze. I'm not doing well. I'm spiraling quickly. And I actually had 3 times the thought, twice in bed and 1 time in the bathroom, that I just wanted to curl up in a ball and die. Guys, I have not had those thoughts in a very long time. So to me, super alarming. Something is going on. Something deep inside me is being triggered. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's going on, but I cannot leave my current living situation. And my response to the information this morning and to, in general, my living situation is not normal. I should not be having this kind of meltdown because my husband wants to go to school and do something he loves. And in the meantime, we have a roof over our head in a nice house. We have 2 rooms to ourselves. We have my in-laws who help us with the baby, and they're great, and they feed us great homemade Mexican food. I mean, guys, I have it good. And yet, I am literally losing my shit. This is not normal. I should not be feeling this way. It is clear to me that I am being triggered. By what? I have not in the slightest clue. So, I'm going to see my hypnotherapist on Thursday, and I am going to see if she can help me figure out what is going on, because consciously, I'm not figuring it out. And these episodes of me being triggered are just getting worse and worse. Like today, having those thoughts where I just want to curl up and die. I don't feel that way. That's not, I love life. I want to live life to the most. You know, I'm a social person. I want to travel, see places. I want to build a home. I want to have my beautiful family and grow old with my husband. I don't feel that way. So, what is triggering me so hard that I can barely make it through a day or two without being triggered and losing my mind? So, how am I coping with this? So, in the bathroom, after a good probably 20, 30 minutes, however long that was, I'm sitting there in a daze, not doing great at all. And I'm just like, you know what? There's nothing I can do right this second. Nothing. Not a thing. So, and everything is okay. I'm okay. My daughter's okay. My husband's okay. Everyone's fine. We have food in the fridge, roof over our head. We're safe. I'm fine. I'm not being hurt. I'm not being abused. Like, everything's fine. I need to get a grip here. So I slowly get up off the floor, you know, clean my face, put in my contacts, and I just start going through the motions. I literally just am like on autopilot, like a robot, just going through the motions. And then as I'm doing this and I'm doing my routine for the day, it gets a little easier and a little easier as I'm doing it. And I'm still very much just kind of removing myself from my emotions right now, because I'm not going to get anywhere trying to investigate what's going on. Why am I being triggered so hard? I can wait 2 days to see my hypnotherapist and be like, have her help me in a safe environment where a trained professional is going to help me investigate what's going on. So today and tomorrow, I'm just going to go through the motions of the day. I have a routine with myself and my daughter, and we're just going to stick to it. I'm going to make sure that I eat, which is very important. I'm going to make sure I drink water, and I'm going to make sure that I avoid anything that's going to make me feel worse. Everything I watch on TV, because I usually put like a movie or something on the background for me and my daughter, it's going to be pure, just easy movies. animated movies, Disney Plus, you know, uh, Sing 2. My daughter loves that. She loves the music in it. You know, Lilo and Stitch. I love that movie. Like, just easy, simple things that I know for a fact are not going to trigger me and are going to make me feel calmer and better. And then, like I said, I'm going to make sure I eat, and I'm going to make sure I drink water. I'm going to make sure I avoid going on the internet. I'm not going to watch YouTube shorts or videos or read articles. I'm just going to avoid all of that because I am not in a headspace where I can handle anything right now. I just need to stick to the day. Now, it's really important that I keep myself busy. So I'm just going to find things to do: clean up, laundry, put stuff away, make food. I'm going to keep myself busy with things that don't require any thought, kind of things that I can do on autopilot, you know? And also, tomorrow, I just realized yesterday, I have my monthly doctor's appointment with my doctor who I see for my bipolar disorder tomorrow. So that's great. Great timing. I see her once every 4 weeks without fail, no matter what's going on in my life. I see her. I do want to note though, if I did not have this appointment tomorrow, I would be calling the office today and asking for an emergency appointment because the way that I'm feeling and the way that I'm spiraling is not normal. I should not be spiraling like this. This is not normal. And yes, she may be able to like give me a different remedy or try a different supplement, or for the people that are on medication, you might be able to like adjust your medication. But at the end of the day, there's something deeper emotionally and mentally going on that I have to deal with. No amount of medication or remedies or supplements or any of that is going to fix that. Something is coming up and I have to dig in and I have to figure out what's going on and deal with it. So I'm praying that my hypnotherapist on Thursday can really help me dive into this. And in the meantime, I am going to just go into autopilot and just keep going through the motions of the day. Because I think the worst thing that I can do for myself right now is to curl up in a ball and just cry and feel terrible for myself. Because, guys, I know this might be hard for some people to hear, and this was a hard thing for me to learn. And I learned it way earlier than I should have. But no one's gonna rescue me. No one's gonna save me. You know, home is not just gonna fall in my lap and I'm magically gonna be able to move out. You know, um, and all my problems will be fine. I'm sure whatever this is that's coming up still needs to be resolved anyways. It's coming up for a reason. And you just have to keep living life though. Like, you just have to keep getting things done. You have to keep taking showers, keep feeding yourself, keep getting things done, the laundry, going to the store to buy food for yourself. If you have a child like I do, you have to still take care of them. You cannot just let it suck you up. If that means you need to remove your emotions and just go on autopilot, and then I fake it for my daughter when I have to, smile, play with her, and then other than that, I keep to myself. But the world's not going to stop for you and your problems. It's just not. Everyone has something. Everyone's going through something. And yes, I'm being triggered hardcore today, but getting up off that bathroom floor and going through the motions and then eating lunch, I'm already like feeling better and not so in a daze. I still feel a little bit in a daze, but not nearly like I was. I feel like I can somewhat function now. I'm still removed from my emotions. I'm still just kind of like, okay, it's almost like I'm like taking those emotions and the trigger and I'm just kind of putting it to the side. And then I'm like, okay, I'll pick it back up and deal with it on Thursday when I'm with my therapist. So for now, I'm kind of putting it to the side and I'm like, okay, I still got to keep going. You just got to keep going, guys. Hey, so I'm feeling better than I did yesterday. So yesterday I stayed with doing my routine all day long. And as I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it, I started feeling better and better the whole day. I got out of that daze, out of that trigger, and I was pretty much able to, get back the rest of that day and enjoy the day for the most part. I, got stuff done, enjoyed my daughter. It turned out to be a decent day yesterday. And then today, I saw my doctor and we decided that to leave my remedy the same, not change anything, because right now, if we change anything, it's not going to make a difference, because clearly what's going on is something emotional is coming up from my past, some kind of, event or a feeling or some kind of trauma is being triggered right now, by my living situation or by something specific in regards to my living situation. We're not exactly sure what it is, but it's clear that it's a trigger because, sorry, I have a stuffy nose. Because if it wasn't a trigger, I wouldn't have had that, just really quick, go from 0 to 100 yesterday. It happened so quickly. And to go from feeling normal to feeling so, deeply dark, thoughts. I mean, that's a trigger, and so tomorrow I have my hypnotherapy. I'm hoping we can dig in deep there and figure out what's going on, see what we can do to help it and kind of help relieve that, because in the past when I've been triggered, a lot of the time it's just something that I need to work through emotionally and mentally. So right now, whatever's coming up, I definitely need to deal with it and acknowledge it and figure out what's going on and process it, so that hopefully it'll help kind of relieve a little bit of my anxiety and my stress and triggers that are going on right now currently. Because most of the time, triggers, at least for me, really have nothing to do with what's going on currently. It's more just bringing up, something from the past. Almost like, I guess it's similar to like PTSD, in a way, and sometimes. But yeah, so I'm just gonna, just like today or like yesterday, today I just kind of went through my routine, did what I needed to do, kept busy. And I have to say, staying busy really helps. It kind of helps get you out of your head. You're not sitting around just kind of thinking, you're distracted. Obviously, distracting myself is not going to help long term, but at least in the moment, while I was waiting for this hypnotherapy appointment tomorrow, I'm at least helping myself by not like making myself spiral more. And the remedy I'm on, that I showed last week, the little pellets, has a mood stabilizing effect to it. So it's kind of helping me kind of not rapid cycle anymore. So overall, things are good today. Things are improving. I'm taking steps to get better. Like I mentioned yesterday, no one's going to come save me, meaning I have to take steps and investigate and make moves to figure out what's going on, how can I help the situation, and how can I make things better. And right now, my biggest obstacle is getting into our own home, and getting into our own place so I can have my safe place again. But, at the moment, we can't do that, but at least I can make steps towards that goal, towards getting to that place of our own so that I can kind of start getting more like stable again. So, we're just doing what we can every day to get towards that, keep moving towards that. So, I don't know, guys. It's been a long day. And I'll let you guys know how my hypnotherapy goes tomorrow. So stay tuned. Good night. Hey guys, so I had therapy this morning and it went really good. I'm feeling really good about it. And we were actually able to figure out, kind of connect what's going on and why am I being triggered by my living situation and by a specific person that I'm around all the time. Um, like why am I being triggered? We didn't have to do the hypnosis part of it, which is great. So hypnotherapy is therapy, and then like you do the hypnosis part at the end, and it's really interesting. I'll make like a full video on it, but basically the hypnosis part is kind of tapping into your subconscious to kind of figure out what's going on. Well, we were actually able to figure it out without tapping into my subconscious, so that was great. So basically, long story short, we figured out why my living situation, staying here, is making me feel trapped, is because growing up, I felt really trapped by my living situation growing up, because I wanted to get away from everything. But I was under 18. I was a teenager. I was a kid. I couldn't get away. So I felt very trapped. So now I'm in this current living situation and I'm feeling that trapped feeling again. Like I don't have anywhere to go. I'm feeling kind of stuck. So that's why I'm being triggered by my living situation. So every time I find out from my husband that we might be here longer, that trapped feeling comes up again, and that's why I get triggered, because it's like reminding me how I felt growing up and feeling that trapped feeling. So then I'm also being triggered by a specific person that I'm living with, and it's helpful to know why this person is triggering me, because now that I know why, because they're doing certain things that are reminding me of my stepmom growing up. So my stepmom emotionally abused me growing up. And I'm not saying that this person that I'm exposed to now is emotionally abusing me. They're not. But some of their behavior that they do sometimes reminds me of my stepmom. So then it's like a little trigger. I feel like anxious and on edge because that's how I felt with my stepmom growing up. I always felt like I was walking on eggshells and I was anxious and just kind of like didn't know what was going to happen or how she was going to act. And that's how this person makes me feel. And then also growing up, I could not tell my stepmom anything because she was the adult and I was the kid. And, there's that dynamic of you're talking back to me and blah, blah, blah. And then plus, no one would listen to me when I would tell them how my stepmom was treating me. So there was that aspect of feeling like I couldn't say anything, feeling trapped again and kind of stuck. So now this person, I can't say anything to them either because I don't know this person that well, and it's not my business to tell them how to act or do certain things or blah blah blah. Like that's their own problem. I can only control how I respond, how I react. So, bottom line, during therapy, I left therapy knowing that, well, it was actually a Zoom appointment because I'm not feeling well. So we ended up doing Zoom. But I finished the appointment feeling like, okay, I know it's triggering me now. So now that I know the specific things that are triggering me, I now can implement my coping skills. So one would be for my living situation specifically. I'm feeling trapped by my living situation, like there's no way out, which is how I felt growing up. So right now, I'm not a little kid anymore. I'm an adult and I can make it change. I can make my living situation change if I want to. If I wanted to, right this second, I could pack up my stuff and go to my mom's and move 2 hours away. I'm not going to do that though because my husband has his job here. He wants to go to school and we actually have a decent living arrangement here. So that's not going to solve any problems. But I do know that that's an option, which is comforting if I really need to go to my mom's. Second, what's the second option? So I am going to sit down with my husband and really come up with a plan on what we can do to make moves and steps towards really getting into our own place. So that's the second thing I can do. So I'm making a plan, coming up with solutions, and actually working towards those solutions instead of just letting myself being triggered and just suffering through it. Like I'm actually going to come up with a plan. The other trigger is this person. So now that I know what this person is, how this person's triggering me, now when they act a certain way or do certain things that I know that's triggering me or making me feel anxious, I can get up, leave the room. I can go for a drive. I can go, to the store. I can go to my room. I could take my daughter and we can go to the mall. I mean, there's options. We can do something if I really need to, like, fully leave the house, or I can just go to my bedroom. Also, another thing my therapist told me was to just kind of try to block it out. If I don't want to leave the room and it's something I can just kind of block out, kind of ignore. And then just kind of remove myself from the situation, not to take it personal, because really, this person, the way that they're acting and the things that they're doing, honestly have nothing to do with me. It's their own problem. So it's their own situation and problem that they're dealing with. I'm just being triggered by it because I'm around it, but that's not their fault. I'm not going to go up to this person and be like, hey, you're triggering me, so you need to change A, B, C, and D. No, it's not their fault. The life I've had, the childhood I've had. It's not their fault I'm being triggered by their own problems. Everyone has problems. I can only control what I can control about myself and how I react and what I do. And it's not their fault that we're living here. And, so while I'm living here, I just need to implement my coping skills and just do the best I can. And like I said, if it gets really, really bad and I just can't take it anymore, I can go to my mom's. Like I have a backup plan. So that also helps that trapped feeling. So basically, it's great because we figured out what's going on, what's happening. We connected those dots. And now that I know, I can implement my coping skills. And she actually helped me come up with a couple of them. So it was a great session, guys. I'm feeling a lot better. Um, and I just want to say that if you have ever seen a therapist or are thinking about going to see a therapist, whether it's their therapist or a hypnotherapist, whatever, or a coach, or whatever, if you do not feel like you're leaving that appointment with anything helpful at all, you probably are seeing the wrong person. Because I've actually seen multiple therapists, and I had a couple of them where literally all they did was listen to me. There was no helpful information. There was no helpful coping skills or talking to me or helping me process things or connect dots. And that's how it should be. You should leave seeing a therapist or coach or hypnotherapist or doctor. You should leave that appointment feeling like you got something out of it, that they helped you in some way. Because first of all, you're paying for their service. And even if you're not, like if you're on state, you know, care like Medicare or Medicaid or whatever, you're still technically paying for it because you pay taxes on food, clothes, whatever you buy, and your care, your insurance is being paid by taxes. So, really, in the grand scheme of things, you are paying for the service, even if you're not physically handing them money after every appointment. So I think it's really, if you find like a therapist and you're just not feeling it, you're not feeling like they're helping you, go find a new one because they're out there. You just have to find them, or you have to find the one that suits you. So that's what I have to say, guys. But I'm feeling much better today. I'm feeling like I have some good coping skills to move forward. And if again in the future I feel like I need some more help, I'll make another appointment. But until then, I'm feeling good. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Hey guys, so I'm feeling pretty good mentally today. I'm feeling sick. You can tell I'm stuffed up. So that kind of sucks. But I wanted to make a quick video because I am feeling good mentally. I'm feeling so much better than yesterday, or like how I have been lately, because after finally figuring out like really the core of what's been triggering me, I feel like I have like the power again, because I could now know, okay, what's triggering me, where is it coming from, what's it bringing up, because it is bringing up stuff from the past, and I'm not in the past anymore. I'm not a child. I'm not a little kid. I'm an adult now, and I'm safe. And I have the power now that I didn't have when I was a kid to make the changes that I need to make in order to get myself into a less stressful, anxious environment. So it's really nice, and I'm able to utilize coping skills now because now I know when to use them and which ones to use. And yeah, I'm feeling like really good. It's almost like I was thinking about a good metaphor, and I just wanted to share it because I know sometimes um, that can be helpful. So almost like when you have like a piece of hair on your clothing and it's like tickling your arm, and but you don't know it's a hair. And so you keep feeling it and it's like irritating you. And you keep like whipping around and you're like, ugh, and it's like irritating the crap out of you. And like, what is that? And you can't figure out what it is. You don't know what's going on. You feel like you're going crazy because there's nothing there. And then eventually, you figure out it's a piece of hair that's tickling you and bugging you. And then you're like, it's almost like you can take a breath and be like, oh, I'm not crazy. There really was something irritating me, my skin. And now you can locate the hair, either yourself or have someone help you, and you can remove the piece of hair, and then it's no longer bothering you. And then you also feel this sense of relief because now you know that you weren't going crazy and there really was something that was bugging you, and it was the piece of hair. So that's kind of how I feel today. I feel like I found that piece of hair, and now I'm beginning to remove it, or at least I know, okay, I'm not going crazy. There really is something, you know, triggering me and bringing up, stuff from my past. So I feel really relieved today. I feel like calmer and more like hopeful again, that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Like that light at the end of the tunnel has
gotten brighter and bigger now. So I'm feeling really good. So I'm excited to bring in the weekend, and hopefully I feel better tomorrow, and I can enjoy my weekend a little bit more. But I think the fact that I'm feeling good mentally, even though I'm sick, I think is great. And I'm going to enjoy it the best that I can and just get some rest. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Hey, so I'm having a great day today. I feel sick still kind of, but mentally, like, and emotionally, I've been super stable all day long. Like, I just feel so much better. I feel like my anxiety is a lot better. My nervous system feels calmer. I feel more stable, neutral. I had energy today, even though I feel sick. And it's the kind of energy that's like, how when you're depressed and you literally just like have no energy? It's kind of like the opposite. So like I just feel like I have energy, but it's not like hypomania energy. I just feel like I can get stuff done. And it's just really nice. Like I really enjoy days like today because, it was such a well-rounded day. I was around my husband, my daughter, his family, and I got some stuff done. It was productive, but also relaxed, had some good laughs and conversations, and I just felt good all day, even though I am feeling a little down physically just because I'm a little sick. Like I have like a little minor cold, but guys, it's nice. It's a good day. And it's funny because, well, I don't want to say it's funny. It's more I'm appreciating how far I've come. So, I went to QT a little bit ago with my husband because we got some pizza, and I haven't been to QT in years, and it reminded me of years back. It was uh, before I got diagnosed, and also after I got diagnosed. It was around that time. Um, I used to work right around the corner from a QT, and I would go to this QT every morning. And there was a period of time where I would go and I would get a 32-ounce Mountain Dew fountain drink, and then I would get a hot dog, like an actual, like, just hot dog, no bun, no ketchup or anything, just literally the hot dog, and then a bag of Lay's, like not the mini kind, but not the large kind, just kind of like a medium sized bag. And I would eat that for breakfast every single freaking morning. No joke. Guys, I don't even know. I don't even know. And I loved the shit out of that breakfast too. I'd be like sitting there enjoying the shit out of it. And like, and what blows my mind too was like none of my coworkers ever said anything. Like, hey, like that's an odd breakfast. Like, I don't know. Anyways, let's just say I don't eat that way anymore. Um, and then eventually I moved on to eating uh, a QT the kitchen breakfast, bacon, egg, and cheese croissant, and then a 32-ounce Mountain Dew. So not much better, but yeah. Nowadays, I'm making much more progress. You know, I mean, I had a pizza and a fountain drink for dinner tonight, but overall though, it was a small pizza though. It was a personal pizza, so it was like really tiny. So, I used to eat pizza years ago and would eat like a ton of pizza, like way more than you should have, like 4 or 5 slices, 4 breadsticks, a bunch of soda, like just super unhealthy. And it's just so nice to, moral of the story, I kind of rambled there a little bit, but the moral of the story was while I'm at QT getting my fountain drink, it just reminded me of how much progress I have made, not just with my food, because I still struggle with my food, but also just mentally. and just in my life in general, and how I'm happier overall. And my episodes when I have hypomania or depressive episodes, my anxiety, it's just, I'm getting them under control quicker. They're not as severe, they're not as long. I have better coping skills now, and I'm having longer and more often episodes of feeling happy and stable and neutral. And it just, it was really nice having that reminder that I am doing better, even though some days I am struggling. Um, I am making progress every year. And I feel like it's important to remember that because it is so easy to forget sometimes because you get so sucked into how you're doing now, currently, and you kind of like forget how you used to do and how, I don't know if that's for you guys too. I'm sure other people experience that too, but you just kind of forget and you kind of just need that reminder once in a while. And going to QT and getting that fountain drink was that reminder for me. And um it was really nice. So I don't know, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And I don't really have much else to say tonight. Hey guys, so I'm doing really good today. I'm feeling good, feeling stable, neutral. I don't feel like super amazing just because I'm still getting over being sick. I'm tired because I was up with my daughter a lot last night. But like mentally and emotionally, I feel really good. Like I feel like happy and energetic. And I actually tried to do my hair this morning, which to me is a really good sign that I'm moving in the right direction because when I don't want to try with my hair or my outfits or want to try to eat healthy to lose weight or get in shape, like to me, those are signs that I'm not really doing very well mentally because I'm not wanting to try to do anything. I'm just kind of getting through the day. So the fact that I actually was like, hey, I kind of want to try to do something with my hair this morning, um, felt really good because that means like I'm feeling better. Those are just like little signs that I notice. So I don't know. It's nice. It's so nice to feel like neutral and stable and just kind of like have energy to do everyday things that need to get done, like make lunch, make food for my daughter, you know, get laundry done, do my hair, shower, like just things like that. Like to actually have just natural energy to do those things is just, it's really nice. And I'm just really enjoying it. And I'm feeling really good. And this week I'm going to finally start working on my first video on like a specific topic. And I'm going to try to make it fun and enjoyable because, no one wants to hear doom and gloom and, you know, all the time. And life is hard. So I want to make my other videos that I upload to be like fun and entertaining. So I'm going to start working on that this week. And I'm really excited because it's something I'm really passionate about. So it also makes me feel good because I feel like if you have something that you're passionate about, like a hobby or a career or just something, I feel like it helps you kind of like be excited about life and feel like you have something you're working towards that's fulfilling. So I don't know. I'm just really excited. I'm feeling really hopeful today. I'm feeling really excited about the future. And I don't know, I'm just feeling good. And so I'm just gonna really just try to enjoy the day and um, I'm gonna make my meal plan for the week for me, my daughter, and my husband because he also wants to get in shape and lose weight and get healthy mentally and physically. So I'm going to try harder this week to make my meal plan a little bit healthier. I'm not going to do anything dramatic changes, like any dramatic changes to my diet because I feel like in the past, when I've tried to overhaul my diet overnight, it does not work. Like, it doesn't last like long term. So I feel like this is more of like a slow, like I'm going to add in, more vegetables and fruits, less soda, and just start from there, and just make smaller changes so it's not so dramatic and jarring all at once and overwhelming. So, um, like on days like today when I'm feeling well, I try to focus on what are small changes that I can make to keep improving. Now that I'm not in like super anxiety mode or like surviving mode or like just get through the day, like I'm actually feeling calm, relaxed, collected, stable, neutral. So now I'm like, okay, what can I work on and improve while I'm feeling this way? Because you know how when you people work out and they get like in super shape and they've made all this progress and they look great. Say a man, for example, has a six pack. You don't achieve that goal and then just stop working out and get to keep that six pack. You have to keep up with it. You have to keep exercising, eating healthy in order to keep that six pack. To me, I view my mental health the same exact way. I've made all this progress. You guys don't know me from years ago, but I've made a lot of progress. And just recently, though, in the past week, I've made progress and I've, figured out what's going on, what's triggering me, calmed down my anxiety. I have better coping skills now. So now I'm not just going to be like, okay, everything's good. No, I need to keep up with it. I need to keep making progress. I need to keep making steps to keep improving and to stay stable. I have to keep taking my remedy twice a day. I have to keep, keeping my food stable, eating twice a day. I personally eat twice a day at the moment, whatever works for you. But um, I'm rambling. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up. I really hope everyone has a great week. I know we're starting up tomorrow with Monday. No one likes Mondays, including myself. So I just really hope whoever is watching this, I really hope that you can find a way to start your week off good. And I hope everyone has a really great, blessed week. So happy Sunday, everyone.